Hello. I have this quick little project I wanted to share with you guys today. I decoupaged this just a little tester board. I was trying to make it crackle and successful with the medium that I was using, but I really like how it turned out. This is Resin decoupage paper, and I am a retailer for Resin. And then this was just some music pages that I had and some leftover decoupage tissue from different pieces and elements. So I wanted to add a gold key on here somewhere, just a three-dimensional piece. So I poured this out of resin, and I'm going to demonstrate on how to use Posh chalk pigments to paint that key. And the colors in the Posh chalk are just gorgeous, and there's about 15 or 20 different colors, and I am a retailer for Would You Bend and the Posh chalk pigments. So let's get started. I'm Deborah Bucher with Deborah Bucher Designs, and thank you for joining me. Okay, I'm using the color pale gold, and in the Posh chalk pigments there are 3 different golds to choose from, so that's really awesome. And it comes in a powder form, which is also very cool. The colors are really intense, and so I just use a palette knife and I just take a tiny little bit. It doesn't take much, going to be too much. The nice thing about this is you just mix it in small amounts like that, and then you aren't wasting it. This powder is going to go a long ways for you. And I'm just going to wipe that off. And then you have a choice. You can either use the Would You Bend infuser, the pigment infuser, or if you have like a Wise Owl varnish or a Dixie Belle satin top coat, those work as well. I finally got my jar open, so I'm just going to use my little palette knife, and I'm just going to go over this either. Once you paint it on, you're done. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and I want to paint this key with it. Now notice I didn't have to base coat my key or do anything special. I think when it's dry, I'll go back with a little bit of black wax just to bring that detail out. And all of these pigment and pigment colors are available on my website, and that's www.deborahbucherdesigns.com. And by just mixing up a small amount like that, I'm not overusing a product or having it dry up in a jar in between uses. If I don't mix enough the first time, you saw how easy it is to mix small batches. This is great for using on your Would You Bends, or like this is, from one of my silicone molds that I like to use a lot. Goes on super smooth and dries quickly. So let me get this dry and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to add some black wax to this key. And I'm going to use the Dixie Belle Best Dang Wax. And that's the truth, it really is the best dang wax. I love this wax. And it's a water-based wax. It cleans up easily. I'm going to take my French tip brush. This is a Dixie Belle brush. And I'm going to just dip the tip of it into the wax. It's not going to take very much on this little piece. And I'm just going to work it into the crevices. And I just want to work it in really good. And then I'm going to use a soft cloth. This is a micro fiber cloth. And then I'm just going to wipe it back. And it's just leaving the wax in the detail. And the shine is still there. And I'm just going to finish this up. Gives that really old world antique look to it. And you can see how simple and easy that was to do. Simple, easy, and fast. Okay, so we're done with the key. Decide where I'm going to put this key. I think I'll put it there. I don't want to cover up my Harlequin. So I'll turn it around for you. Okay, I got my Tight Bond glue, wood glue, and I use this for everything. I should buy it by the gallons. I really use a lot of it. And I'm just going to tip it over and just get a little bit on my fingertip and spread it around the key. It's not going to take very much. And let's see if I can position this the way I had it. I'm going to turn it back around. And she's all finished, and I think she's really lovely. She was just an experiment I was working on, doing a collage with leftover papers, and I think she turned out beautiful on a little scrap board. But put her on an easel and put a gold key on her, and she is gorgeous. Thanks so much for watching. All of these products are available on my website. That's www.deborahbookerdesigns.com. Thanks for joining me.